Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greeting to all of you that watch this video. My name is Joshua and my student ID number is 25109112100 and 2. In today's video, my friend and I will explain a protein that is essential for our metabolism and for our survival. But before we got into the explanation, I would like to invite my friends and let them to introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Laura Betaria Nomi Manulang, with student ID number 2510911220039. I'm medical student from Lambung Mangkurat University, and right now I want to explain what whole enzyme is.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Dimas Muhammad Rizky, and my student ID number is 2510911210048.
Hello, my name is Alika Wahyuningsi and my student ID number is 2510911120022. Today, I would like to present a brief explanation about factors that impact enzyme activity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izaz Afreta Masud with student number 2510911320047. Today, I will be explaining the definitions of enzymes and coenzymes as the basic foundations of our topic. First, let's begin with enzymes. Enzymes are biological catalysts, which means they are special proteins that accelerate chemical reaction in living organisms. Without enzyme, most reaction inside the human body would occur too slowly to support life. Enzymes work by lowering the activation energy of a reaction, allowing essential processes such as digestion, metabolism, DNA replication, and detoxification to occur efficiently at normal physiological conditions. Another important characteristic is that enzymes are highly specific. Each enzyme can only bind to a particular substrate or a small group of related substrate. This specificity helps maintain proper control and organization of metabolic pathways in the body. Next, coenzymes. Coenzymes are small organic molecules that assist enzymes in carrying out their catalytic function. Unlike enzymes, coenzymes are not proteins. Many coenzymes are derived from vitamins, especially B-complex vitamins. While enzymes provide the active site and structure for the reaction, coenzymes act as carriers of electrons, atoms, or functional groups. In simpler words, if an enzyme is like a machine, then a coenzyme is the essential component that helps the machine work. Without coenzyme, many enzymes would not function properly. To summarize, enzymes are protein catalysts that speed up biochemical reactions, while coenzymes are organic helper molecules that make those reactions possible. Both play a critical role in maintaining normal physiological functions. That is all from my part. I will now pass the presentation to the next speaker, who will explain the kinds of enzymes and coenzymes.
Okay, thank you Izaz for the beautiful explanation, and the next one I will explain to you guys about the classification of enzyme. So basically there's 6 classes that enzyme are classified to. The first one is oxidoreductase. This enzyme in these classes are function to catalyze or to accelerate an oxidation and reduction process of a substance. The next one is transferase, that is useful to transfer a functional groups of one substance to another substance. The third one is hydrolase, that is useful to accelerate a hydrolysis reaction of a substance. The fourth one is lyase, that is useful to remove some group of a substance. The fifth one is isomerization, that is useful to accelerate the isomerization reaction of a substance. And the last one is ligase, that is useful to combine two micromolecule substance into one macromolecule product.
A whole enzyme is the fully functional form of an enzyme, meaning it is complete and able to carry out its biological activity. To understand what a whole enzyme is, it helps to break down its components. A whole enzyme is made up of two essential parts, the apoenzyme and the cofactor. The apoenzyme is the protein portion of the enzyme. Even though it provides the main structure, the apoenzyme alone is inactive. It cannot catalyze reactions by itself because it lacks certain chemical components needed to stabilize or participate in the reaction. The second part is the cofactor, which acts as a helper molecule. Cofactors can be metal ions, such as magnesium, zinc, or iron, or organic molecules known as coenzyme, like vitamins or molecules derived from vitamins. These cofactors play a critical role by completing the shape of the active site, assisting in the chemical reactions, or helping to bind the substrate more effectively. When the apoenzyme and the cofactor come together, they form the whole enzyme, which is the active version of the enzyme. This assembled structure is now able to recognize substrate, accelerate the chemical reactions, and perform its function within the cell. In summary, a whole enzyme is the complete active form of an enzyme created when the apoenzyme combines with its cofactor. The partnerships allow the enzyme to work efficiently and carry out vital biochemical reactions that keep the body functioning.
Right now, I'm going to tell you about how enzymes work. So there's two models of how enzymes work. There's Fisher's lock and key model, and then Kochland and the Sweet model. The first one is the Fisher's lock and key model. In this model, enzyme has a fixed rigid active site. This active site has a shape that matches only one specific substrate. Just like a key fits only one lock. If the substrate has the correct shape, it can enter the active site and the reaction will happen. This model explains why enzymes are very specific. However, it also suggests that enzymes do not really change their shape, which now we know is not always true. The second model is the Kochland into Sweet model. This model gives a more accurate explanation. This model says that an enzyme's active site is not rigid. Instead, it is flexible and can change shape slightly when the substrate comes closer. When the substrate binds, the enzyme adjusts its shape to fit the substrate better, almost like a glove fitting onto a hand. This shape change helps the reaction occur more easily because it brings the important parts of enzyme and substrate into the right position. In conclusion, Fisher's model explains that the enzyme and substrate fit perfectly from the start, while the second model, the Kochland's, it explains that the enzymes change shape to fit the substrate. But today, scientists know that the induced fit model is closer to how enzymes really work. But actually, both models are helpful for understanding how enzymes work. Thank you.
Enzymes are biological catalysts that speed up chemical reaction in living organisms. Their activity can increase or decrease depending on several essential factors. Understanding these factors help us see how biochemical reactions are regulated in the body. The first factor is temperature. Temperature strongly influences enzyme activity. As temperature increases, enzyme activity also rises because molecules move faster, and collide more frequently. However, if the temperature becomes too high, the enzyme may denature, meaning its structure changes permanently. The second factor is pH. Every enzyme has its own base pH. If the pH becomes too basic, the enzyme can lose its shape and work less effectively. The third factor is substrate concentration. When there is more substrate, the enzyme can work faster because more substrate can enter the active site. But the reaction will not get any faster even if we add more substrate. The fourth factor in enzyme concentration. If we add more enzymes and there is enough substrate, the reaction will be faster. But if the substrate is limited, adding more enzymes will not make a big difference. The fifth factor is inhibitors. Inhibitors are molecules that slow down enzyme activity. Some inhibitors block the active site, and some change the shape of the enzyme. Both make the enzyme work less effectively. The last factor is cofactors and coenzymes. Some enzymes need help molecules like metal ions or vitamins to work properly. Without these helpers, the enzyme cannot function well. That is my simple explanation about the factors that affect enzyme activity. Thank you.